Hello. I'd like to speak about something that I haven't publicly spoken about before, and but I'm being kind of prompted to do so. I I often just sit and meditate before I make a video, and to see what wants to come out and be shared. And so this is what came, and so I'm going to follow that. Um, Last fall, I had a long vision. And I used to have a lot of visions. I guess I was kind of a mystic, and and that kind of got put to rest and went back into the background for a good while. While I was wanting to focus more on learning how to be here and be embodied, and not wanting to have any kind of false escapes or anything that would lead me out of this moment. So I asked that kind of part of my life to take a rest, and not making it wrong, but just wanting to learn how to inhabit myself and share from that place of how to live one's life with and the tools that it requires to not move away from things. And but the mystic side, I guess, is still there, and we are what we are. So so like I said, last fall I had this really long, over an hour vision that took me very deeply down into it, visually and experientially. And I wasn't on any kind of substances, just so you know. Not that those are necessarily totally untrue, but um, so it just came out of the blue, and it was a revelation. Actually, it's maybe more than just a vision, but a revelation, where I was shown the evolution of humanity. And it's kind of tricky to talk about, because I think we all have inner guidance that comes. And it kind of seems like this was meant to come at this particular time for me, and it was just waiting for the right time to be revealed. And it was very visual, and I was taken through the not only my own, but just kind of a collective journey of the evolution of not evolution leading up to being a human, but from being a human to becoming a fully realized being, a Buddha, basically. And I was really shown in such beautiful detail how none of it is a mistake. None of our experiences and our hardships and our difficult life experiences, not only for ourselves but for everyone. I was shown how all of it is is intelligently guided, and it kind of cooks us. It cooks us to become more and more clear and unattached, and teaching us lessons along the way, lifetime after lifetime. So what I was shown was the evolution through lifetimes of a human being. And I was shown the different faces appearing and disappearing, and slowly over time I saw this little like kind of like an innocent face of a realized being appearing, like right here, just kind of like slowly appearing in the midst of the ever-changing phenomenon and life cycles that we go through. And that little realized innocent being, really, was just growing, growing, growing until it became all of itself. And then the cycles were over. And I was shown how most of humanity is still in a kind of grasping um, cycle pattern of wanting to get to the top of somewhere, the top of a place where there's no top, through desire, through wanting things, wanting to be seen, wanting to be well known or recognized, to make money, a kind of an endless cycle of climbing towards nowhere. That's what was shown, and it's kind of an inner drive that is based on survival, and that over time everyone gets to be free of that inner drive, all of us, and we're all basically, we come from the same source and we're one being, but we're in different kinds of I guess stages, and I don't want to make it seem hierarchical because it's so intelligently guided, is what I saw, and that we're all being kind of cooked in like a crucible, like our own crucible of an alchemical kind of cooking, where slowly we get transformed, and clarity comes. Clarity comes bit by bit, and it's not all easy. I know that for myself as well, and so I don't know. I was just prompted to speak about this because it made me feel a deeper trust in in my own journey, and in for the journey of all the human beings, all the beings on the planet, and the people that I love. That no matter how difficult it can seem in any given moment, and I know that there are a lot of challenges, for oneself and people we love, and for people we hear about and read about in the news and such, and how much suffering there is. I don't want to discount suffering in any kind of way, but what I was shown is the intelligence that lies behind everything that's happening, the guidance, the what's being initiated is an intelligent guidance, and the more that we can attune to that, the more understanding we can have, and the more trust we can have, even if we don't really understand and we really don't know why. But in the end, it's intelligently guided, is what I came to, and that we all, in the end, become realized beings and Buddhas. And I don't know when that time is for any single person, but and then that kind of that tide of, so when that happens for any single live stream, that it's gone through enough of that alchemical process of transforming itself into deeper and deeper understanding, and less resistance, and more trust and more surrender. It just becomes one with the whole, and then that energy, it's not so much a person anymore. That's not what leads anymore. That energy then returns like a wave. And the reason I'm going like this is because I was shown in the vision that it becomes part of a wave that returns back to the earth, to Mother Earth, that in my mind is a being, comes back, and it blesses. It is a blessing. It's not an individual, but it is a blessing that comes back to out of love and service to the whole, because it is actually one thing. So that whole journey and that whole cycle of basically undoing to get down to the gold, like an alchemical process, to get down to the gold, it gets more and more refined, and then it's not like it's completely over, but it's done enough that it returns back, and it becomes part of a movement of love for the planet. And we can already feel that, and it has been going on for as long as there have been people, probably, that there have been beings and energies that are coming back as blessing, to kind of just bring back that allowance. This is actually okay. This is intelligent, being intelligently guided, and you can trust this. So there. This actually was much more detailed than that, and someday maybe I'll write it down. But I don't know how this will be received, and I wish you a beautiful journey in however way it's manifesting itself, even in the difficulties and challenges. And wishing you well.